Hey, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the show. And I'm so happy to be here with the birthday boy, Jeff.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Aley. Thank you for doing this. This is a gift enough to be in the hot seat with you on the other side. So I appreciate this a lot.
I appreciate you being here, especially being your birthday. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing with us. Yeah. So, tonight we're going to do some readings. Thomas was in the queue to come in. I'm not sure if he forgot, but if he did, I'll let him in when he remembers. Otherwise, Jeff and I will hold down the court here, and no limit to what you want to ask. Jeff and I are welcome to read whatever. So Jeff is celebrating his 29th birthday tonight. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. You had to work today, though, right? That's no fun.
I had to work right here.
So. Yeah, I know. Good thing is you don't have to go far to go to bed and get up in the morning.
That's a blessing that I really, really relish. I do. Yeah.
I do too. There's nothing better about working from home. But I think you do have to have a personality for it. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Certain ones would not work in that sort of environment.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I'm able to know that I got to do this and this has got to get done. And but it sure is it is a pleasure to be able to do. So yeah, glad you can do it too. Yeah. So if you have not ever gone to Jeff's channel, or if you're just learning about Jeff's channel, it's Tarotaskbackwords, not words, but words. And he has some great shows, and he's got he has one left, a beautiful Sheltie dog that he has in shorts. And
we got the second one, Trooper. Have you seen? You haven't seen Trooper?
The second one? Oh, yeah. I thought that was the one you had.
Brody was left over after Braden passed.
Okay.
Braden's ashes are in my room, and then Trooper we got from Maine, from Maine Sheltie Rescue. Oh. And he howls. That would be the only thing different. There's only one video you could watch about him. It's his howl.
Absolutely.
And I've never known a Sheltie to howl until now.
Mine have.
Did they?
Yeah. Yes, but I taught them. I teach all my dogs how to howl, and then they'll like sing together.
Oh, really? Oh,
I got my Shih Tzus that howl for me too. My Shih Tzus will. Yeah. But and there's nothing better. There's just nothing better.
There is in the morning. It's a little bit much, but it's worth it after I come down the stairs and they're all over me. I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah. I know. Well, so Trooper is, that's why I thought for some reason that the other one was gone, but you had two B names. You had Brody and
we had Brody and Braden. Yeah.
Braden was the one that left.
Yeah, Braden passed. Okay. Yeah.
So how old is
January 27th? Trooper will be 5.
Oh, okay.
On the 21st or 2nd of this month. We have it in this paper somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rescued my first rescue at 5, and then I rescued my second rescue at 10. And Shih Tzus, but Shelties, I've had I had a beautiful one that was just a petite little girl, and I loved her dearly. And then I had Bella, who was really wacky. She didn't like aluminum foil. She didn't like all kinds of things, but she's
these two don't like the garbage disposal. But it started with Brody, and then for whatever reason, Trooper came in here and doesn't like the garbage disposal either.
Oh my goodness! Wow, isn't that something?
That's funny.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my goodness. So let's say hi to some folks. You couldn't find Jeff's channel because he was spelling it ARDS. Yes. Yeah. You know what I told Jeff the first time he and I worked together? I thought it was Taro ass backwards, but that's how ridiculous I was. Anyway.
Well, it's a ridiculous name the way I have it too, but that's the point.
I like it. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do like it. It's great. So yes, so we are celebrating Jeff's birthday tonight, and Maureen's here, and Denise Fletcher, and Lois, Rossi, Claire, Karen, Play Love Remember, Mary. Oh, Mary, it's your birthday too. Well, happy birthday to you. Very good. Amanda Carroll, Ellen, Angela, Kelly S., the mystic next door. I miss you, Kelly S. I do miss you. I'm going to do the angel readings next Thursday night with Kim and my friend Pam. And if you want to come on, let me know, please, because I haven't seen you in a while. I know you're busy. I know you're working. Linda Bishop is here. And
Hi, Linda.
Yeah, Edward Kenneth is here. Nice to see you, dear. Charlie. Wow, we got a lot of folks. We got about 26 people. Viviani. And Jack is tolerant of both the vacuum and the broom. Well, that's good, Amanda. That's helpful. That's very helpful. Yeah. Oh, wow. And for the 80s, I knew a dog that sang happy birthday for real.
Oh.
You know, sometimes they go, I love you. I love you. I've seen them. Huskies do that. Yeah. It's amazing. Hi, Carol.
I'd imagine they'd have to be trained to do that.
I guess so.
No, maybe not.
Yeah. It really sounded like it, Jeff. It was amazing. It was like you couldn't make it up. You could understand why they thought the dog said it. It wasn't like you had to go, okay,
what is this? Yeah.
What is this? Yeah. What is this? Anyway, so let's start out with Angela. You just want a regular reading, Angela, or you want to know anything about work, love, spirits, politics? We don't care. It's anything that you want to ask tonight. And I do have my predictions deck out. I showed.
Oh, you do? Oh, good.
Jeff, and it's a lot of global stuff. So it's kind of cool. And so I have, let's see, I have Maureen, I have Ellen, Claire, Karen, Playlove, Mary, Edward. We can't take all, but oh, you're moving next week. Okay, good. Just let me know when you're back. Okay. Oh, that's congratulations. Rossi, I got you listed here. You want to know something about love. All right. Yeah. All right. There you go. Well, good luck on the move, sweetheart, because it's no fun to do it. But once it's done, there's usually some good things that come from it. So, oh, all right. You too, Charlie, huh? You're trying to move too? All right. He started on his own at a daddy's party at Grandma's. He started singing with him. Linda, that's amazing. That is so cute. I love that. Yeah. So let's see what we get for love. Love, love, love. I'll pull the love cards. There we go. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
What I saw with you, and I don't know why, I saw the thing you pluck your eyebrows with, tweezers, and I saw tweezers, and then I saw a petri dish, right? And I don't know if it was you picking someone out of the petri dish or you being bigger inside the petri dish, meaning like the focus was on you or some microorganism or something. But I feel like just when you're on the cusp of something happening in love, I feel like it kind of goes south, or it has, meaning you get a lot of positive cards, like you got the sun, and then you got what you were sitting in for energy is the Wheel of Fortune, which I believe in a lot of cases when you get it for love, it does mean that you're sitting in the energy of it and you have a lot of it to give to me, because clearly the karma that you're sitting in is strong if the sun is what leads it. I did get this in the past. You can't see me. I did get this in the past. There's a certain element of denial of things that other people have done, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit for having stuck it out, because you're still pregnant with the possibility of it. There's still that, but there's been heartbreak, Saturn in, what do you call it? Libra. So there's Libra. There's this element of fairness that I don't think has been there. And I feel like even though this came in upright, to me, this feels like the investment wasn't worth the time for you, or you have investment anxiety. You have a lot of fear. And that's why the Magician came in reversed. So I think what it's telling me is that having, that expression, to have loved, but is better than to have never loved. To loved and to have lost is better than to never have loved at all. I kind of feel like that's an oversimplification, and you might be protecting yourself in ways right now where you're self-sabotaging because the magician reverse came in at the end. I would probably just say maybe suspend a little bit of disbelief in some of the things that you've seen, because love doesn't know reason and love doesn't know rhyme.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think if we've been burned or things haven't worked out, we get a little skeptical as well.
Yeah. We don't realize it.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Angela, I'm getting that you're the boss about this. You are the boss lady. It's up to you. It's not up to him or them. However, look what I get. I get the king. So I think your king is out there, but, and I think Jeff said the same thing. I just think that, maybe you have to be a little nicer to yourself, make sure that you know that you're worth it, that kind of thing, because you don't want to be sad or disappointed. That may be stopping you from getting yourself out there a bit too much because, it will just all happen again. And again, it goes right along with what Jeff says. And then what I'm seeing is in the future, someone's might have to hold you back because you may find that person and you can't restrain yourself any longer. So I think it's a good thing. I really do. Your past relationship gave you 3 wonderful kids, but not much else. And yeah. A lot of people have said things like that before. That was why you had that, and now it's going to be for some other reason. And that reason is probably your true reason for wanting to be with somebody. So, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Denise Fletcher says, I feel it was Jeff reading for me. Wow. Yeah. And that happens. That really happened. Yeah. It's amazing, but true. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. All right. So again, I'm not putting these in any particular order. I'm only going to take Carolyn's because she is a person that doesn't feel well a lot, and I don't want to lose her. So I'm going to go there with this for right now.
Okay.
She's losing faith in her abilities or in the paranormal, and she wonders if she's being tested or if it's due to her illness. And she is going through a really tough time with her illness. So let's see what that is. Of course, they like to test us as well. Yeah. Let's see what I got. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Very interesting, Carolyn. I guess I'll go since I have 3 short cards. The first one is, Carolyn, you have already attained the ability in your paranormal experiences. Yeah. You really, really have. But you have had to suppress some of it because of your illness. You just don't have the energy. Is that what you got to,
That's
Jeff?
basically what I have. Yeah. I'll explain. Yeah.
And they said, this is a promise that it will come back to you when you start feeling, when you can take it, when you can take that energy and use it for that purpose. So that's what I get from you.
Yeah. What I got was basically about 70-80% the same thing. What I would say, though, is I saw you with, and I don't know if you remember those ultraviolet lights that they thought were good for pimples in like the late 70s or 80s, there were sun lamps that you'd sit in front of. And you had those like little balls those 2 little sunglasses on, right? Or whatever they're supposed to be. Yep. I think your guides are trying to protect you from realizing, or you're trying to protect yourself in defense mode right now from something because of what you are going through. I feel like it could be it's like almost like not masochistic energy, but it's this energy of, because I did a full Celtic on you. You got the star in reverse, which is disenchantment, but with that disenchantment, you were getting a delay. So I feel like they're trying to build something up within you to make you stronger. It did come in reverse. So it could be not sadist energy, but what would be the word for it? Like not a hitman, but a mercenary type of energy. Like you're being tested right now for some reason, because in the past everything was Saturn, and there was a change, a really dramatic change with this illness, unlike any other one, that made it that much harder in some ways to have the reciprocity that you need to get the information. I don't know if there's something going on chakra wise, maybe up here, that might be affecting it. But you did get the light of one on top. So what Aley said is true. It's there. It's always been there. Right now, you're just more conscious of the fact of what is not there than what is there, because this is sitting on top of you. In other words, embarrassment or fear you've lost something, or that you kind of feel like imposter syndrome or something. I don't know. Then you get like the 4 cups. So there's that element of disappointment, but that is in Cancer. That's the way you see yourself or others see you. And then the 3 of Swords. Externally, people feel sorry for you because you feel sorry for yourself on some level, is what I'm getting with this, because it's not like that, because it's Saturn in Libra. So the balance between what you can give and get back is still there. But 7 of Pentacles, this, when it's reversed, is unemployment. When it's up, it's whatever. It's another Saturn card, I believe, or yeah. So yeah, so there's some sort of change that's going to bring in more gifts for you. But the other thing is, there was recently some sort of diagnosis that might have to do with either the cerebrum or something in your head, or so. I don't know. I feel like this can be a card where, like the 6 of Swords is a diagnosis, or over the course of the last 6 years, if your health got worse, or if that's when a lot of it started, that's what I'm getting. But the gifts are there. The gifts are there.
They're not going to go away. But it's she really wants to be back on the Dream Show. She really does, but she can't do it. But and so some of us feel bad that she can't do it because she wants to do it. So
and that makes it worse probably too. Like I sense something like that here, but it feels to me like with that light of one energy of the Hermit, it's sort of turned on its head right now because of all the pain she's in. So it's
difficult for her.
It's
sometimes
hard.
She can't sleep either. That's very true. Linda, I love your comment here. We're all, I think, protecting ourselves from what might be coming. And it's very chaotic. So you got that on top of illness, on top of wanting to know if everything's going to be all right and that kind of thing. So I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. So let's see. We have Maureen here. Maureen just had more teeth taken out, and I hope feeling better. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So message from your guides. All righty.
Maureen, do you have any plush or velour type of furniture?
Oh.
I don't know why I'm getting that, but
that's interesting.
Very soft.
Very soft.
Yeah.
It might be the fact that she's trying to comfort herself too, from having she's had like 5 or 6 surgeries. Yeah. So right now you are being sheltered, and I love this because look at them all under the umbrella. All these little brownies are under the umbrella, and you need to do that right now. They're saying you're doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. You went in, had this done. Now you need to relax, heal up, get ready, that kind of thing. The second thing is that don't let anybody undermine what it is that you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to engage in. And then I get this one, which is really interesting. It says there's a pattern that's emerging. And I'm feeling like it has something to do with gifts, or I don't know. So let's see what this they're saying the pattern that you have grown here on this forum has brought you much fellowship. And with that fellowship, you have grown as well. And I think that's absolutely right, Maureen, because you have. And you also know that everybody here has been on your side. So, yeah, I hope that helps, my dear.
Stop fighting with yourself. Trust yourself is what my guides are telling me. Or your guides are telling me to trust you. Trust yourself.
Okay.
Because what's happening here, I'm going to explain it, is this. You got this coming in. Justice is the first thing that comes in for you, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes in as, you know, the signifier, the moon came in below it, that to me means that there's something, I wouldn't say you're denying, but maybe that's almost chronically obsessive right now, and or you're questioning either the motive behind doing it, or you're questioning something that was brought to you in a dream. I feel like you might be a psychic dreamer, where you're getting hits off of things that by the light of day you don't want to admit to yourself, but I feel like it's something that already came out. It's a secret of something, but it didn't change your perception of the situation, even though it should have. But you were stronger than that. Like, I don't feel like you relented, because this is still the moon again. Wait a minute. Yeah, it is the moon. It's the moon in Sagittarius. So all of this is showing me that, like, and then you got this on top. You're at a battle with yourself about some sort of motivation or something that you want to do. And I think it left you feeling as if you were the only one that could either go for it or someone didn't want to do it, but you needed to take care of yourself. You had to put yourself first before someone else. And then they tell me that new opportunity is in front of you if you just grab it.
Yes, that's what it was saying, Mom. Yeah. And she said, yes, plush. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got that hit too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Kimberly Canoe, that's wonderful. You had a Zen Buddhist Universal Day, the first one ever for decades. It will happen if you open your, that's fabulous. I love that you shared that. Thank you, Kim. All right. Whatever we pick is fine.
It's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Thanks, everybody, for being here. And those of you who came in late, it's Jeff's birthday, and we're so happy to have him with us today. So you're right on the cusp of, are you on the cusp of Aries, Taurus?
I wish. Technically, it should be the 19th, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still, and I had a psychic remind me of that at a New Age shop. She's like, no, you're not. Because I want to be on it because it's called the cusp of power.
Oh, well,
if you look it up, yeah.
Mom didn't wait long enough to have you, huh?
I was premature, and when I was born in France at that time, they fed carrot juice into my brain. I was supposed to be born in mid-May.
Oh,
but I mean, I made it. I was way early.
Yep. Way early.
But supposed to be.
Are you the first in your family? Are you the first child?
I was first and last.
First and last. Okay. Because my son was a month early, and he was 8 pounds.
Yeah, I was 8 too. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't all.
Both would have been 10-pound babies if you had gone the full. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. All right.
So, I don't know if you play an instrument, Ellen, but I keep hearing like a xylophone or a recorder or something. But I think by profession, a lot of what you do has brought you a lot of joy and at the same time a lot of heartbreak. And I don't know, what I'm seeing is it had something to do with either a layoff or a switch or something, not a demotion, what's the word? They switch your permission, they downsize, yeah. Either that, and it left you kind of like this for a while. I don't know if you're in that situation now, but I feel like what they were telling me is channeling some of that energy that has been brought forth that is dark into something else is actually going to help you heal, because you've gone through this before. I feel like it's a recasting. This can be about healing. I mean, or it could be someone that is really, really, I guess, destitute down and out. But I think in your case, because there's this devotion, and it's almost, they're telling me messianic. I don't know if you're devoted to a church or spreading good tidings, but it seems like the tidings for you and what you're giving, you're not getting back in the manner in which you had anticipated. And it's been a trade-off in life. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles, you're out of your sovereignty. This is a card to me about sovereignty. You're feeling like it's not enough. That one thing that's missing that you don't have, like almost all the pieces are fitting together except one. Yeah, but you can get out of this. You can get out of this. You can free yourself. Yeah.
Yep. She changed careers voluntarily 18 years ago, but the new one is less prestigious.
Okay. So that's close. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Do you get along with these people though? I see that there's some amity. Yeah. Yeah. That these people are easier to get along with perhaps. And they don't argue as much as maybe this other place did. I don't know if this is in fact still about your career, but I got that something's coming up for you that's a surprise. And look at this, it's like a spring picnic out here. So I don't know if you're going to be going away, if you're going to be meeting with friends and hanging out outside, maybe on Memorial Day or something coming up. I don't know, but it looks like it's a really good omen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Listen, Ellen. Yeah, I bet you will get something more out of it if you go back and listen to what Jeff said. Jeff's very, very right on top of it. Right on top of it. That's the career is argumentative and easier go. That's good. Yeah. So you get along better. And you knew that, I think, when you made that change. You thought, I can't live like this for another X amount of years. Yeah, yeah. Hi, Tapestry of the Unseen, and hello, 999. It's nice to see you. Oh, good, Maureen. You had some scrambled eggs. Hi, Anita. You're welcome, Ellen. Welcome, dear. So, Claire Griffiths. All right. Reading for you. I think everybody's pretty open-minded to whatever comes through it tonight. That's cool. Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for being with us tonight. Ooh. I just got these cards and I think they're a riot. They're very old-fashioned cards and they're called the Brownies Oracle. And they're just really cute. From this guy that does duck soup. He has all these really cool different cards.
That's awesome.
I just love it because they're old-fashioned like that. Yeah. So what I get for you, Claire, is you are arriving at something new, or something new is arriving for you. Look at all the brownies are waiting up here on the hill, and here comes the boat, you know. And so they're waiting, and it's like you're in the boat. You're the one arriving. The second one is that you are going to be the one that's in control. You're the one that's driving the turkey, it looks like. If that is a turkey, I think so. And it says here that whatever it is you are pursuing is also pursuing you. I know that sounds kind of funny, but that's what I remember hearing. Whatever you are seeking is also seeking you. So if you're seeking something, you got to know that on the other side of it, whether it's a person or a situation, that they know you're seeking it, and they're trying to find the perfect person to fit into what they're looking for as well. So there you go.
I'm getting a lot with you in boundaries. I don't know if I kind of feel as though I got this Queen of Wands reversed, and I feel like having to set boundaries at this point in your life is a challenge for some reason, because I did get the Knight of Swords, which when it's reversed is like there's this wind howling, and it's about air and germs that can spread, or disease. I don't know if you are fending off a fever or something, or maybe war sick, but when it's reversed, it can be about political ideology or ideology that is warped or something like that. I kind of feel like you're trying to heal something that in the past maybe someone abused you as far as power were concerned. Someone in either church, no, some sort of situation where maybe it made you revolt against some sort of idea or something that you maybe bought into a little bit. Because again, more night energy. You got night in the signifier, you got night in the energy you're sitting in, and then you got night up top, Knight of Wands. So I feel like now you've turned the tide in a sense, and you're a little bit more, but you're looking for something more romantic or something that is going to drive you and inspire you to get up every day. You're healing. You're still healing though. Five of Cups reversed. So Moon in Scorpio. So I feel like maybe it was betrayal through maybe money or sickness or something that really, really rocked you to your core that someone else might have done to you.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we sometimes don't even remember some of these things, or we thought we know them. We thought we did, but we still haven't. So yeah. Yep. Thank you so much. Yes, I've got, I am pulling questions from the chat. Oh, did you have more? No, you didn't have more.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll see what we can get to, everybody. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Karen needs a message too, please. And so Karen, there you go. All right. Let's see what I got. Oh, Karen, this is great. So, Karen, you got the commencement. And of course, the commencement is when people graduate and they get elevated to a new position. But a commencement is a beginning as well, because after you go to a commencement, you move on to other areas of your life that you're hoping to, lead you to your future. And I love this because you're commencing on a new journey. And it says, don't be afraid of the hurdles. Your horse will be able to clear the fence and you're going to be fine. But there always are hurdles, no matter where you are. And just remember that, we can get over those hurdles without any problem. And it says here, if you see people just going crazy, look at this guy, he's jumping off the roof, and the other ones are they're throwing clothes off the roof. And it's nothing but a facade. If there are things that are upside down, inside out, turned around, it's all in your it's not real. It's just a facade. Don't let it bother you. Yeah, don't let it bother you.
Yeah, you're coming into a greater sense of power right now, because I did get the High Priestess. And I got the High Priestess in the way that the environment you're sitting in or the way others see you. But I think there's been this thing going on lately where you're trying to reclaim something that was either stolen from you, or you feel like if you don't grab it, the opportunities will run out quickly. But you may be self-sabotaging as a result of something in the past. Because I got this, and when it's upright, it's about reclamation or stealing something. But when it's reversed, it can be about self-sabotage. But I got Mercury in Sagittarius, which is about something coming in for you fast that you're sitting in. You just don't want to be in the position where you're not controlling it. You really need to, if you ask me what the message is, the first thing I heard, and then I got it confirmed by the cards, is look before you leap. Okay? Because this is what I got on top is the Tower, but that's a long way, and it is in the subconscious position. So there's an element of fear there, but what happens is it's there. The security's there. It's there. It's not greed. You sometimes hold on to things for fear they're not going to last, when in reality, it's all inside you. It's there. Ten of Pentacles upright. That's Mercury in Virgo. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And then, so as I said at the end, I'm just going to stop with this card, which is in how others see you right now in your environment, is High Priestess. So I would say keep the course, but look before you leap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Because look, these people are leaping.
Yeah. That could be her version of the tower for you.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be in that car. Yeah. Yeah. That's oh, so Celtic says Mars moves into Leo tomorrow. So we may feel our energy pick up. It's happier in a fire. Well, that's good news.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So we've got Play Love Remember, who's another Massachusetts person.
Really?
Yes. And she said, tell me if my GG think that I'm on track. Is that your guides that you're asking about? I'm guessing, or is that another? You're one of your ancestors play. I think you're on track, but yeah. But what do I know? Okay. Thank you, Celtic. All right. You have more energy when you're mowing the lawn, 999. Good for you. Yeah. I wish I could do it. I get exhausted just thinking about it. Yeah. Galactic guides. If you're galactic guide. Okay, honey. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. All right. Oh boy. They're saying you certainly have the drive. Absolutely have the drive as to what you are doing. But it says to refine it a bit. Just refine it. Don't get yourself a little, don't go too great guns. Refine it, make it a little bit, because they want to make sure you're protected. So you've got it, but protect yourself and take care of yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't overexert yourself is what I'm hearing. I'll tell you why. Are you done, Aley? Okay.
I am.
What I'm hearing is you got the 8 of Pentacles reversed, which when it's upright, obviously it's repetitive work. If it's this, there's a certain level of boredom and exhaustion, I think, that comes from that repetitive work. You're sitting in the 5 of Cups energy, so Mars and Scorpio. You've put the, how like people just, they are driving and they don't remember where they've been driving, and then they get home and then they crash, or they're in a position where they're just on autopilot all the time and they don't have any caffeine. That's kind of like what I'm getting from you. And I got this sort of head energy of like, not dits, but the word I heard was dits. But what I meant by what I heard was my head was spinning. You have a lot of energy that is geared toward a lot of positivity that's on top of you. It's just got to be reined in a little bit. And I fear that there have been people around you, because this sits in like your 4th house. This tells me that I don't know if people have tried to rein you in and you resisted, because you resisted out of fear that you couldn't do something, because they told you that. Because then you got this, which is the energy that you're you're sitting in, or how you're feeling like right now. So I feel like your energy could be all over the place, like the card just falls out of my hand, like it doesn't want to be there anymore. I just feel like either maybe you came down with a cold recently or something, or you're feeling lightheaded, or you were sick. But it's telling me don't overexert yourself, because you're on that cusp between achieving something or going backwards. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Well, she'll have to think about that. But I think we can just jump too energetically into something to the exclusion of other things, and we have to protect ourselves as well. Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. So Mercy, I've got you listed here. Thank you for putting your question in. I'm going to close the questions because I think we got enough. I don't know if you have a cutoff, Jeff. We still have 40 minutes, but if you
that's more than, if we go further than that,
a little bit further.
And I looked at the clock after you said that, and I can't stop seeing 9/11. It makes me freak out. Yeah. I've been seeing it for months now. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. And it's not funny, but yeah.
Well, it could be, because I've looked it up and it's not always
as
a
bad as
horrific. Yeah, but it's your guide's trying to tell you something. But what
it's
is it? Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's real. I have a very dear friend who was born on 9/11, whatever year, and she's been very depressed since 2001, that she has to be reminded that that's really all the energy of that day ever means now, you know? So I get you. I get you. Okay. So Mary, thank you for your question. Let's see. Oh, I see that, Samantha. God, you asked God to show you a shooting star if you were on the right track, and you thought that's how it works. Patience. You saw a green shooting star.
Oh
Good
my
girl.
God.
Good girl, honey. Good girl. Wow. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Couldn't get anything better than that. So I'm just going to put this up. All right. All right. So Mary, what I got for you is the first card I get is equanimity, and means that you are just a person that is pleasant. Look at this guy. He's tipping his hat to the lady sitting here on the beach, and he's walking along with the pig, and he's a friendly guy. He gets along with people. He really loves his life. So I'm getting that that's your energy, and whatever it is that you're in pursuit of, it says you're making your way. Don't worry about those behind you. Let them work on their own pursuits. Follow your own path. And when you do, you're going to release the need to know how it's going to unfold for you, because you're allowing it to come in the way it's supposed to. So when you ask a question and you get the answer, let it go. Or you ask the question and you're waiting for the answer, just like the green star shooting off. She let it go, and then she was able to see a sign. And so that's the best way to handle all things, if possible. Yeah.
I feel like there are a lot of plans here, a lot of choices that had to be made, a lot of things that had to be sacrificed. I got this first, which is the Ten of Swords reverse. So coming from that place of sacrifice, you had to heal. You got Temperance, which is Sagittarius, which is expansion. In that process of expansion, it meant having to come to grips with something and let something go, because this is the opposite of when it's upright. It's not denial anymore, it's acceptance. Then another delay with the world reversed. I feel like you take on a lot of energy of people around you that necessarily doesn't enhance your view of the world. I feel like in some ways it drags you down. And then you got Seven of Cups. I feel like people might have tried to talk you into something. There's only one path for you that you really want to do, or take, rather. You don't. The other thing I'm getting is that reclamation of power, or reclaiming something as your own. That's finally come in. Just be careful, because I think you might be in this near soon. Using your intelligence or your skill or your more calculated side to manipulate, because you have the ability to bring in a lot. The only thing is when this is, what is it? Sun in Capricorn. Just be careful, because it did come in reverse, that you're not too greedy, or you're not thinking that this isn't going to be enough. I'm not going to have enough. And you're coming out of a place of fear, because you have been in the past, I believe, based on these cards, mistreated, or someone's put themselves before you. And when you accepted that, it was from someone you loved. And that makes it that much harder to move forward.
Sure. That makes a lot of sense. It really does. Yep. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So we have Edward. Edward, it's lovely to have you here. Yeah. I'm going to pull the brownies out for you, too. Should have made brownies with chocolate chips in them. That's what I should have done. Did you have a birthday cake today, Jeff?
Yeah, chocolate ganache. I love ganache cake. Yeah.
Me too. Me
Do
too.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, they're delicious. I like that, and I love tiramisu.
I like tiramisu too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, ganache, though. Yeah. All right, Edward, the first card I get from you is you winding the thread on this card. It's very fascinating to me because it's all these little brownies working really hard to wind thread around this little thing here. And it says, you're showing too much constraint. It's time to break away. You don't have to be the only one winding the thread on the spool. You can ask for help, in other words. Those other folks around you, they're just standing around, or they're kind of goofy, but you can ask them to help you. They can take their turn doing what you need to do. The other thing is you might be feeling a bit of opposition from some of those people, or some people around you, or even yourself. You could be yes, no, I don't know, maybe, you could be doing that with something. And it's saying, use your own discretion always, and do trust that your discretion and your ability to understand what it is you need is more important than what anybody else wants or needs.
Okay. Yeah. They're telling me not to minimize your own abilities. They're also telling me that when you're not in your light and you're, not exposed, that you're really not coming off as best as you can, meaning you might do a lot of deep thinking, or there might not be a lot of time to think about something in the past because you can't change it. And it might be an element of regret, or you might feel a slight embarrassment to ask a question or to look toward the future and have that sort of, that, I guess, inquisitive nature that you do have. But whoever tore that down for you, you get Empress reversed. So it makes me think it was either a mother figure or a relationship or something. The time has come to let that go. And if this card will lift, the Wheel of Fortune, it's time to let it go. It's on top of you, because you're still sitting in this energy of what could have been, right? Instead of, Saturn was changed, and it changed you. It did make you a little bit harder, is what they're telling me. And it did make you sort of, I'm almost seeing a Lothario here, like playing the field for a while. But then if that meant jumping between jobs or jumping between relationships, you finally did find someone, I think, who had the magic touch. But I think at this, what it's showing me is that the boundaries are healthier now than they were before. That's all about boundaries. So I wouldn't say proceed with caution, because I think you've learned a lot, starting with the Hermit reversed and then going into that. So it's been a whirlwind, is what they're telling me, a whirlwind journey.
Wow, that's great. I hope that helps you, Edward. Thank you so much, dear. All right, so I just want to tell you who I have on our list. We're not taking any more questions, though, everybody. So I have Rossi, and then Charlie, Spiritual Garden, Sonia, Donna, Betty, Celtic Seer, Ellie, Sally, and Donna Marie. I have regular Donna, but I think Donna Marie also had put in that she wanted a reading. So I'm just going to write Donna Marie. And I think that's all we're going to be able to do for this evening. Thank you, everybody. Don't go away, though. It's very possible we could do a, at the very end, we may do one for the collective. So I love that. Yeah. Wow. We got a new member here. Spiritual Garden, yay, thank you. And Carolyn Booker, you're so sweet, my girl. Thank you so much. All right. Wow, you guys, appreciate it. All right. So, Rossi, you want a message? Rossi, I don't know why, but I think this has something to do with a past life. Because what I get here is that you made a promise at some point about something. And that promise that you made is like, look at all, they're all looking at it like it's on the wall and it says the greatest show. So maybe it was a promise you made before you came here. And one of the things that you wanted to do when you made that promise was to stop injustice from happening. Wanted to work with the energies that would stop, and I think you are on a lot of different levels. It says here that you will begin to reap what you sow in a good way. In other words, what you're doing to correct the current injustices in this lifetime is helping people a great deal, even if you're not aware of it. So that's what I got for you, my girl. Yeah. Wow.
There's this like sense of chronic injustice here. That you're always either trying to correct or you went through it yourself, so you're quicker on the draw as far as getting the message to warn other people. I don't know what this means. Well, I know what the card means, but you got the page of the what do you call it? The Knight of Pentacles reverse, which to me is mercenary energy when it's reversed. So I don't know if you like took kids aside and said stop bullying them, or you watched other people get bullied. Because then you come in with the Page of Wands, like you spread the message of goodwill. You don't really seem to suffer fools, is what it's telling me. You got the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is someone that wasn't in their sovereignty, but maybe you were the one bullied or abused, and then you took yourself out of it. But there's that sort of cynicism that's on top of you, like, fool me once, shame on me, or whatever. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or whatever. However, so that's what that's about, I think. And you're a little bit hardened. Then the energy you're sitting in, you will walk on both sides. You will also be in a position to accept change and welcome it. And yes, it's this constant chronic, it's a chronic symptom to want to correct things and have them perfect. And that's to you and to others, that's a beautiful thing because you really care. That's what I get from this.
And that makes sense also, Rossi, because you said it fits with your astrology. And you, I believe you're also a Libra, and so the injustice, is that right? I'm not sure if I remembered that correctly, but I think so. Yeah, that makes perfect sense because that's what I try to work on for other people myself. I don't like injustice at all. Yeah. Wowee. Wow. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So we have Charlie. Charlie's trying to move. Any info?
Okay. I like these questions. I like moving questions.
That's right, Rossi. Libra Sun, Capricorn Ascendant. Yep. Which is what I am too. Yeah. I'm a Capricorn Ascendant and a Pisces Moon. So you and I, we have a lot more in common than and Marina actually has Libra Sun and Capricorn Ascendant. So isn't that interesting? Yeah. True. Aries don't like it either. That's why Jeff doesn't like it.
I don't like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you want to go first? You're welcome to if you're ready.
Still drawing. Still drawing.
All right. That's fine. That is fine. Let me see what I get for you, Charlie. Ooh, that's good, Donna. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. All right. So, Charlie, you are trying to craft a different life. So, yes, I'm going to say that I think that means you are going to move. Because you've got that in your mind that this is what I want to do. And so you're crafting the right way to do it. And I don't know if you're lacking something right now, like where you're going, and that might be why you're asking any info, or if you're wondering you just don't have quite enough money yet, or whatever it is. But I'm seeing that a table is being prepared for you, and it will make you very grateful. I think wherever you end up is going to be where you really need to be, and you will really like it there. So, yeah.
My take on it is slightly different, but it's in parts the same.
Okay.
I feel like in the past there might not have been as much money to live where you wanted to live, or to have the opportunity to move out of where you are, because now I see that as not being so much the case. It's not that you can't do it. It's that there's this sort of fear of doing it. There's a stagnation about doing it, because that's the energy that you're sitting, or the signifier. Then you get the Page of Wands, which came in, which to me meant that the motivation or the inspiration to do something or live something, or even be in a place remotely far, far away, it does not frighten you. In the past, though, things ground to a halt, maybe during one of the moves, or it never happened the way it should have, or when it should have. But on top of you, again, another good card, sovereignty, the freedom to go and do it. 9 of Pentacles, and then Queen of Cups. You're in the past, you might have been moving for, or to get away or run from something, not as much anymore. What I would say, though, is with Saturn in Pisces reversed, you are ready to walk away from it. You're almost feeling like a kid. You're so excited about this. The reason I'm saying that is when it's upright, I don't think the meaning upright is that different from the meaning. I mean, one is, taking self-responsibility, and then the other one might be more, running away. But I don't think in either case that is what's going on. And then again, Queen of Pentacles, you're in your form right now to do this. The only thing I would say is, if there's any doubt about something that you didn't do in the past, where you are now and you're trying to do it, don't leave without saying goodbye, is what they're telling me. I don't know what that means.
Wow. Some things to think about, Charlie. Wow. Very nice. Okay, so we got spiritual. Yeah, they want you to start taking better care of yourself, please. Thank you. No, I'm teasing. I am teasing. Anyway, we all need to do that, right? But I'm not going to bring up any more food, everybody, because I saw that you didn't want to hear about it. But, All right. This is very interesting. So, spiritual garden, there is something that you believe is not true. So it's a facade. And what I think it is that you believe that there is not enough to go around for you. But that is not true. There is plenty. There is plenty. You have to start believing that you have everything you need to do the things you want, and everything you want to do the things you need. There's plenty for everybody. And you're not taking away anything from anybody else. You're getting your own fair share. So use your discretion and try to take that fear or that thought that there isn't enough or there won't be enough. Yeah, you're getting the same thing.
Yeah, wow. It landed in the position of how others see him. So what I'm going to say is, when I read the question, do my guides have anything to say at all to me? I heard it and must have read it. Do my guides have to say anything at all to me? Meaning, like, like, and then what they said to me was not what you want to hear. So I didn't draw bad cards, though, which is funny. What they're telling me is plow through it, spiritual garden, plow through it. You can take 2 different points. There is something processional about it, where you have the ability, based on your experience, either professionally or something, to drive through it and be really successful at it, because you got Mercury in Virgo. I don't know if there's a family business or something that you were told maybe you weren't as good at, someone in your family is doing as far as juggling. But Aley said something that was interesting about it had to do with something about balancing something or other related to that. I feel like that equilibrium maybe wasn't there in the past because they didn't give you the opportunity, and therefore when it was in your own hands, it wasn't a juggling act. It was like, oh, I can't try this. And then you were trying to get away. You're trying to get away from something. You're running. You can't run anymore. You can't. It's in your subconscious. You can't. So, and God, oh, you're sweating it. You're sweating bullets over this. But as I said, the plans are coming to fruition. This is something that you've been having for a long time. A lot of Capricorn energy, Earth energy. I don't know if you're an Earth sign or not, but as I said in the beginning, it's there. It's there.
Yep. There you go. Wow. Oh, wow. Mary, you're dead on. We have enough for the whole world. Actually, part of the amazing times in the past, many wars due to lack of resources. We have enough. The war is over. The distribution, which needs to be changed. That's right.
That's true.
We have to change the mindset is what we have to do. Yeah. Wow. I love that you read it that way, because that's how words are read sometimes. And it would be like if you send an email and you think you're being real up and what was the one I love? And you're an English major, so you've heard this one. Let's eat grandma. Or is it let's eat grandma?
Let's eat grandma.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not hungry for grandma tonight. Yeah. Wow. Thanks, Spiritual Garden. Thank you so much. Yes, the oldest one in the world, Sonia. I'm teasing. You know I'm teasing. All right. Oh, wow. You got your boys in the room with you?
No, they're down cellar.
They're down cellar.
They're down cellar. Yeah.
Okay.
With my uncle. They sleep down there. Yeah.
Okay. That's so cute because I haven't heard anybody say that for a long time.
Really?
That's a New England thing to say. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go down cellar.
Yeah, I've heard it all my life. So.
A lot of people. Yeah, I know. Me too, though. But I mean, that's what I mean. I haven't heard it.
I don't hear it either. I don't hear it.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
no, okay. I don't hear it either.
But your parents must have said it.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, sure.
Always.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So
go ahead. I'll go on this one. So the first thing that I got from this was, do you see me having a profession? And what I heard was, it was more like, do you see me having a job and then everything went black? Meaning, like, what is it that's going to make me happy? I mean, anyone can have a job, but you tend to settle. And so stop settling, because the signifier is this is just going to keep happening to you, where you're taking a job or you're doing stuff you do not want to do. Now I'm just going to freestyle it. Then you get the 5 of Swords reversed. Dogmatic to the point where you cut your nose to spite your face. In other words, it's telling me that you're so versatile that on some level you've accepted your versatility, but you haven't developed what it is or found your passion yet. And that's done this to you, right? You put yourself into situations for money, which is not, this is not because she's been put out of the castle because she didn't put out, it's not the oldest profession in the book. It's just saying that, like, you can free yourself from it, but you haven't. You're bedeviled by something I think maybe someone told you about your abilities as someone younger. But Venus and Aries, look, there can be that equal. I don't know if you've considered working from home or if you put yourself in a position where you actually could do some sort of hybrid remote scenario, because I feel like there's something that you're passionate about doing from home that you might want to try. And then I get the 4 of Swords reversed. So the way you're seeing yourself is you feel like a fish out of water, or you're not in your element. You have to put yourself aside for now because you feel like maybe your time has passed, but you're letting others define you instead of your own inspiration. So go with your gut.
Yeah, go with your own inspiration.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that. Yeah. You're feeling like you want to know so bad it's become almost a burden to you. And again, I'm getting a lot of feeling tonight that people just need to let things go. Ask for what you want and let it go and wait for it to come to you. So I think it will come to you in a flash of inspiration. But I also know if you're planning on moving, then you want to wait till you move, of course. But you're ready for the control of what it is you want to do in your life. And yes, that's what Jeff had said. And that's very true. It's like you decide. Don't have the cards decide or a friend decide or your kids decide. You decide. And it says you have to break out of this pattern that you have. You don't have to be a people pleaser. You don't have, and I'm not saying that you are, but you don't have to be that. And you don't have to have anybody else either like or not like what you're doing. Just do it because you want to do it. So there you go. This is for you, Rossi. It says Libra, the enforcer. Yep. And that's exactly what Kamala Harris. She was the district attorney, or she was
Libra.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. We've got Donna next, Betty, Celtic, Ellie, Sally, and Donna Marie. All right, hopefully that you're all still here. If you wouldn't mind just letting me know by saying yes or I'm here or something, that would be helpful. Oh, Swampy, that's right. You're a Libra sun too. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So, Donna, you want a reading. You have a special empath with healing abilities that I'm trying to get better at. Good. It's very hard not to absorb other energies. Yes, I agree with that. That's why you have to have your protection wherever you go. You know, you need to put your pink bubble on, or you need to smudge yourself, or you need to. I, in particular, Donna, can't go out like to the mall. I mean, I have to sometimes go to the grocery store and stuff, but it's very draining for me unless I protect myself. But you're going to pull the Lenormand?
Yeah, I'm going to use that. Yep.
Sounds good. Okay, Betty, thank you. Celtic, thank you. All right. Remember, too, we're on the journey. The destination isn't what we really need to focus on. We need to enjoy each part of the journey, which is hard to do at times because we're really sometimes in a rush to get to the end result. And sometimes that's not, they want you to grow in this way or that way. And sometimes you come to switchbacks on the mountain, and sometimes you come to dead ends. So enjoy each part of it. The first thing I get for you is the reincarnated. Something from the past will make an appearance and must be dealt with in order to move on or make progress. So I'm wondering if you should get an Akashic reading, or if you've had an Akashic reading before. It could be that there's something from a past life that either needs to be cleared or understood that can help you and figure out why it is that you absorb energies of other situations, maybe. The next thing I get is that you are a very good communicator, and that you should also listen because you will receive an unexpected message intuitively. So listen with an open mind. And again, I'm just going to reference the fact that Kimberly, I believe it was, said that she wanted a sign, and she got a sign. She got a star, a green star show up. Finally, it says you get the achiever. It says your projects and your investments will prosper, and you will find victory. It says you have the ability to strengthen yourself so that these energies that you feel that you're absorbing will bounce off you more easily, because it's really hard for us empaths when other people are, we can feel everything. We can feel it. And it's, you know, we have to protect ourselves at the same time. Hi, Arthur. Nice to see you. Yeah.
So to me, it almost feels like this is a calling to you. This isn't something you chose. This feels to me as if it's not like that, you know, what bounces off me, they said as a child, sticks off me and sticks to you like glue, because you did get the sun card I did Lenormand and I just knighted everything.
Mhm.
I got the sun card in the middle, but on top of that sun card is the labyrinth. So you have this inquisitive nature that does lead you to go around in circles and trying to heal people. I don't know if you're coming from a background that's that's stupid. That is resonating with logic or with psychology is what I mean. But you're coming into it where there's this sort of telepathy of overthought, like overthinking it through telepathy, like where you actually can connect to someone's mind and you'll know it in a way that they won't know it until they can come to the conclusion themselves, and there's no way to give it to them because the labyrinth was knighting to the coffin. But the loyalty doesn't stop just because you're running in circles, and that's where I think Aley was pointing out you need to at least give yourself enough time to heal and to, you know, have grace in this. Otherwise, because you were on top, you'll burn out.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you're an RN, Donna? Well, you're probably one of the most empathic, compassionate type of jobs there are. Although there are some nurse ratchets out there. I've met them. But, you know, that's got to be really, really hard to deal with because people are needy and sick and you're working with them. So, yeah. You're retired. Okay. Wow. Oh, my God. He's still alive.
Wow, good. Oh, good.
Thank
Some
you
good
for
news
telling
for a
us. Thank
change.
you. I really did not expect.
I didn't think he was alive either.
No, I did not. Yeah. Thank you very much, Denise. I can sleep tonight. I really can.
I'm surprised they let him in.
Me too. Yes.
That Bukele or whatever looks crooked as all hell. But
oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yep.
For entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, for entertainment. I know. I understand. And because I remember the biggest thing I remember, Donna, is when I had my daughter, I had or it was my son. They gave me a spinal and it came into my shoulder and I had a lot of pain in my shoulder from, you know, when I woke up from having him. And I asked for the nurse and to give me a relaxant. She came in and she took the thing and she jammed it in my arm. And, all right, you should be all right now. It was quite interesting how this woman was. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. All right. So Betty, thank you, Betty, for waiting. All right. Oh, thank you, Denise. Honestly, I'm so glad Chris Van Hollen was still there. Yeah. There's 2 or 3 other guys that are there that
are there.
Yeah, that are that are incarcerated. One of them was 19 and he just got picked up for no reason. And there's another guy who is a hairdresser or something. And he's a gay man and he's not in a gang.
I don't know why. I don't know why we're letting this go on the way we are. I mean, maybe we have no choice. I just I don't know.
Totally know. I get it. Yeah. Yep. It's insanity. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I knew it would be bad, but this quickly. Wow. I mean, he surprised me. He totally did. I have to say that.
Yep. That's true. Very true, dear. Oh, really, Anita? Yeah. Wow. Oh, thanks, Janet Lee. All right. Van Hollen said he'll give a full update when he gets back to Washington. I look forward to it. Did you see yesterday he was on Rachel and he had a sunburn all over his face and you could see the outline of his sunglasses. The poor guy, Chris Van Hollen. I felt bad for him being out there in the sun. All right, Betty. So what's the first thing I get? You perhaps feel that you need to conform or you have felt you've needed to conform in life and do the right, which is good in a lot of ways, as far as doing the right thing and being a kind person and conforming to the rules of life and so on. But it could be that you put yourself in a corner because maybe you wanted to dye your hair purple or green or some other color, and now people will look at you and say, what are you doing? That isn't like you. So I don't know if that resonates or not, but that's kind of what I'm getting. The word conformity comes up. The next one is, you're ready for a revolution. So it looks like you want to break away from being that conformed person, or you have in the past wanted to break away from being, I don't want to be the same person all my whole life. I also want to expand and learn new things and grow. And so I think you're going through a push-pull right now, Betty. I don't know if any of this resonates, but look what I got. You are working to separate yourself from that which you were to become that which you are. That's what I get. Yeah.
So this is kind of mixed, but the messaging is kind of like what Aley said. I kind of feel like you're tired of the status quo, yet you're also not the type of person that is gonna take any more BS. I got the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, yeah, you kind of I'm getting for you, you kind of let it go with the flow and see where it goes. But at points when it should be about you getting credit, I don't think you necessarily do, and you kind of stew over that. But you have been able to create peace and beauty in your life as a result of some of the compromises you've made. But someone's a little bit tired of it, and I think that's you. I think also being in your sovereignty and finding that one thing, feeling like what you haven't done is enough. That's not coming from other people. That's coming from within you. And then here we go again. The same cards are repeating tonight. 8 of Cups, walking away, taking self-responsibility. You're in a chronic habit, by the way, of questioning yourself and questioning the relevance of what you say, what you bring to the table, how it's going to go off, and so you can't carry the burden of other people and how other people perceive your motivations, because at the end of the day, you're just going to call bullshit on them and you're going to be sick of it. You're going to be in a position where, like, not a whistleblower or somebody, but somebody who knows the truth, somebody who can cut right to that. And the words might be quick and cutting because you're fed up.
Yeah. There you go. Wow. I thank you, Betty. Thank you for the feedback. Yep. You're a retired teacher, but returned to teaching. Still love it, but wonder if there's another Oh, Betty. And I was supposed to retire last June. I can't because of all the shenanigans. And you got to find something that serves Betty. You can still teach for a while if you need to, but yeah. Sometimes it's time to move on. All right. Thank you. All right. Celtic. I did not see Ellie Rose to see if she was still here. Would you let me know? Or Sally? Oh, you are. Sally, you did say you were here. Okay. So we got Celtic, Sally, Donna Marie. If Donna Marie, are you here, honey? Let me know. And then we'll do the collective. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah. You're welcome, Betty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are some cards that are doubling up here tonight. All right. So things are surmounting in life. And, I have to say this, the astrologers are taking it the astrologers are taking the brunt of any BS that other people feel, because if the astrologers tell us how long this is going to be or how much, then they get SHIT on. So I just want to say that things are surmounting around you. You're feeling the pressure of other people and what their thoughts are with regard to what it is you might have to tell them. And I would think that would be a burden anyway at times. But perhaps that's what could be happening, or you're surmounting whether or not this is what you want to continue to do. It's like, I remember my friend saying that she learned how to be a phlebotomist, and she was doing, taking blood from people. And the third day of work, everybody was yelling at her, and she never went back to work again. She started to work with plants because they didn't complain. So it's almost like that. Okay. The second thing I get is the revolution is here, and you know it. And you know all about what's going to be happening in there. Don't suppress it. It's okay. You may feel like you need to suppress it, and you can say it in a way that doesn't do any harm. Let's put it that way. Just kind of like we do with the cards, entertainment purposes only, that kind of thing. But you know the truth, and you need to, the truth will set you free and all of the rest of us free as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So the work that you do is exhaustive right now of what you think are possibilities for other people. And I think what you love so much about the work, insofar as the healing isn't healing for healing's sake, but it's the rush that you get out of it. That's why you're sitting in the Lover's card, because you're around people who are going through so much right now that it's almost unbearable, and it's becoming unbearable for you. There's this element of stagnation or chronic misery that you're having to always, I'm hearing telecommute for some reason. I don't know if you hear people's thoughts in your head, or you work from home, or you do something like that, but they're telling me that the promise of fulfillment and the promise of an opportunity is what you're waiting for. And you're waiting for some of that energy that might be dark, or might in the head's kind of, my head is kind of dizzy, going into something that might actually be more productive than what you think you're doing right now. But really, ultimately, I mean, it doesn't get much more bountiful than this. I mean, this is what we live for. This, in other words, you can't measure something by it's the giver of all that's good, even if at some points it has this element of corruption to it. It's there, even if the energy's dark. But again, this you're sitting in that energy where you see yourself falling, and you feel very, very part of the collective malaise right now, and it's sapping you. So just be careful, and also try, for your own sake, to remember that equilibrium that you're trying to bring that into other people's lives is just as much a part of you that you're lacking, that you need to bring into yours, because the energy's dense is what they're showing me, and try to protect yourself from it if you can.
Yep, absolutely. And I love that, Rossi. Practice your telepathy. It's a part of our growth. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It is.
Telepathy, read your, try to write down your dreams.
What she sees as a negative is actually a positive. That's what I think with that King of Pentacles card is what it means. That's what I got.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think she said it was a negative, but she felt kind of like constricted. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. All right. So Donna Marie just wanted a reading. Donna hasn't felt well for a few days. And of course, we talked a little bit on the other show about the sunspot activity and how that's draining a lot of us. So let's give you. Yeah. And then Sally, Ellie Rose, are you here? I'm going to give you one more chance to let me know. I don't think you are, but yeah. Hi, Mo. It's nice to see you. You're welcome, Kelly. Oh, we're spot on. Wow. Okay, Celtic. Thank you for the yeah. Oh, yeah. Stephen Miller has a lot to do with with what is said from that dementia-ridden man's mouth. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you, 999. And yes, Jeff, he's wishing you a happy birthday again.
Thank you, 999.
All right. So, Donna, you are constrained, and you are because you don't feel good. But sometimes the universe knocks us down because we don't take the time to do it for ourselves. So make sure you take your time. You relax and rest. You don't have to be the one that does all the spinning of the thread. This is an interlude for you, Donna, before the next big thing that is coming, okay? Because there are a lot of things coming. And it's saying here, enjoy the diversity of what comes up for you when you are done, because I think that other gifts are on your way. I really do. And I think this is true for all of us. So yeah, and it's going to be nice because you're going to have the ability to do this and also this. It's like with Jeff reading, he can read the Lenormand, he can read oracles, he can read tarot, he can, it's like that. And he can, remember dreams and analyze them, whatever. And that's coming for you, whatever it is that you're going to diversify in. Yeah.
You're very disenchanted right now with this is what your signifier was. However, it's not for a lack of trying and for a lack of dreaming or for a lack of trying to be led into an area where maybe spiritually you haven't gone before, but something has crippled you as far as trying to envision or rationalize doing something. The more practical side, the more strategic side has prevailed in the past. I kind of feel like juggling the material aspects with the spiritual has put you in a position where, maybe the more fundamental needs of life have gotten in the way of what it is that you want to do to elevate yourself. Then I got strength. So you're in the position the way you see yourself now. You are revved up. As Aley said, this is just an interlude. Then I got the High Priestess. So clearly, this is about higher knowing, and oftentimes higher knowing means some of those things that you might have denied yourself or denied about yourself. You can realize. Then don't be in you're not going to feel burdened anymore. Just let it go. But you need to make sure you protect yourself. Okay. No more of this and no more of letting your guard down either, but don't be in a position to where you stop suspend or stop feeling free or feeling, whimsical about something. Make sure that you're doing that and keep the spice of life there.
And there are a lot of people getting those messages, but Dawn Marie is like me, and like you, we have to have a regular job.
Yeah, I'm feeling like the imposition of that is bothering her.
It is.
Like it bothers all of us, but I mean,
it bothers all of us, but I believe it bothers her a lot. And so, and it bothers me a lot. So that's why I know how she feels, but Yep. So take it easy, sweetheart. Much love to you. There you go. All right. So Sally and then the collective, and we're here almost an hour and a half now. And thank you all for being here with us. We've been enjoying it.
Thank you.
Yeah. This has been great. You want to sell your house and move. I just read a report that the housing market has just escalated because the cost of buying houses now is more. Now, that's good for a buyer's market. No, for a seller's market. What am I saying? It's good for a seller's market, not good for a buyer's market. So I don't know if you want to sell a house, move and buy a house. And that's going to be also something you might want to think about. But, and that's going to be, so when you ask the question, will I be able? You'll be able, but will you want to? That's the thing. So you are trying to craft an idea about where you also want to go. And it's interesting because I got the same thing for Charlie, who wants to move. Isn't that interesting? You're feeling stuck where you are. But it is still spring and not the busiest market just yet. But I'm getting here that you need to take a break and maybe make a renewal as to what your priorities are, where you'd like to be, where you would be comfortable being. And also, are you willing, let's say you sold your house and you have enough for a down payment and maybe closing costs and things moving, that kind of thing. But are you going to end up with a bigger mortgage, or are you going to end up with a so some of those things might, and I don't know what the interest rates are going to do either, because he just threatened to fire Jerome Powell today. After he said that the tariffs were a bad thing. Hello.
So I feel like everything is, you feel as if everything should be in place. You have, I don't know if you've ever been in real estate, but I'm getting the sense you might have. You have this ability to assess the situation and know where to go with it. But there's something that I don't know if it's about the timing, the way Aley said, or if it's more about the location that is kind of unsettling to you. Because I got the mountain card with knighting to the cross, which is the burden, and then the lily knighting to the birds. I feel like there are people that might be as seasoned as you in something, or as strong-willed as you, who are telling you or trying to talk you out of something, and it's really taking its toll on you. So ask yourself, is this because I want to get out, or am I being driven out for some reason? I hear that. And I'm also hearing it may be family. So the two obstacle cards were the bear and the mountain. I kind of feel like they also showed me two greener pastures. Like, don't think the grass is always greener. But I don't know who's in your ear trying to talk you into or talk you out of something. I feel like there might be a small, either a member of your family or somebody else where there's chatter about this. In other words, a peanut gallery.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always somebody that says, well, this is what I think.
This is what I think. Yeah.
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 It's like I didn't ask. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, goodness. Thanks, everybody. And everybody's still wishing you a happy birthday. And tonight we're just going to do we'll do a collective read for everybody that didn't get a reading tonight. We thank you again for being with us. And I've really enjoyed this a lot, Jeff.
I had a lot of fun. I always have fun with you.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, I have fun with cards, so.
Yeah. Well, it's always fun to be able to do what you love doing, right? Yeah, it really is. All right, so collective read for everybody here tonight. I almost don't know which way I want to go. Okay. Oh, I get this. This is actually a good group here. So what I'm getting is everybody is waiting for things to return to quote normal. And this is normal right now. And we're going to have to make a conscious decision to stand up for our own beliefs and because nobody's coming to save us. We have to stand up and save ourselves. And if that means we have to step back or we have to move forward, whatever it is that we're not doing right now, it's going to be something that we're going to need to do. I'm getting here, but I don't want to say that this is what it says, pandemic and health crisis. I'm not thinking that we're getting another one, but what I'm thinking is, what did you do when this was happening? What kind of work did you do when we had this before? I opened a channel. I had to do what I had to do, and I spent time doing what I wanted to do to grow myself. And so whether that be reading, finding a new hobby, find a way to disassociate yourself sometimes from what's going on, because it's not good for your health. It's not good for any of us. The good outcome that we're looking for would never come fast enough for us, because all of us are like, okay, we're waiting. When is it going to happen? We got to let it go. We got to let it go. It will eventually happen. Yes. And they're suggesting we retreat. And what I mean by that is what we did during this. We retreated. We had no choice. We were kind of on lockdown or whatever it was. But what did you do with your time? Don't let that go away this time. Do what you need to do with your time in order to get yourself prepared for whatever it is that's coming next.
I have 3 different messages here that I could read this on as far as different levels of interpretation go, but I'm going to go with the one that I think is probably the most subtle and the less dire, because we don't need to hear it.
We don't need any more dire.
Yeah, and I don't want to, but I will hold the cards up so that you can understand where I'm getting it from. The wealthy emperor, okay, that's a signifier right now. That's a wish fulfilled for someone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then you're sitting in, he or she or it is in a position where they're sitting with those around them who are of like mind and like motivation, and they're all in bed with one another. And in the past, we have allowed this to make us very sick. This can be a card when it's reversed about stomach issues, the 8 of Pentacles.
Yes.
And we do face potential poverty of spirit, all right, let's say. However, there's hope that the ship's going to come in.
Yeah.
But looking to the east, as Aley said, we may be in a position where soon no one abroad or near us will save us. But Page of Wands, that motivation to do better, you need to, in this position, because we are seen right now as beleaguered and bewildered. We can come out of that. We cannot, though, lose our sovereignty. That's the hope and fear. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And then what I get is they may want to take you back to the past, but remember, time's an illusion. So when you think of why don't you think in the duality, since we have to live in that realm now of good and bad and we're stuck here, think of and try to remember if it was in the past, when we were in the past before someone else. Try and think about what it was that was good about that world, other than the fact that it wasn't in it. Mm-hmm. Meaning, like, what we can do for one another and how we can transcend time by bringing the nostalgia back.
Beautiful. I really love that. Just take care of yourselves, everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, you can read that a couple different ways. Yeah, that are more negative, but I chose not to. Because
no, and that's why when I saw the pandemic thing come up, I'm thinking, no, but what did you do during then?
Yeah.
Take time that's offered to you to do what it is, because life continues to go on.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, and it's not a dress rehearsal. So
no, unfortunately, it's not. Yeah. And it goes by too quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for sharing your birthday with us. We love you.
Welcome.
And thank you, everybody, for your questions. And we'll hopefully we'll see you soon. How about that? That would be nice. All right. So let me see
everyone.
how I can get out of here, because for some reason this is not I have to reset there you go. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.